Drapes are not just about fabric falling, each one tells a story. We've explored cows, tulip, and other drape styles, but now it's time to discover the straight drape skirt. In this tutorial, I'll guide you step by step in drafting the perfect pattern. Welcome back to Those Fashions Academy TV, Creative Mind. If you have not explored any of our drape and other tutorial content, visit our drape tutorial playlist now to learn and explore. If it's your first time of visiting this channel, click on the subscribe button now. So right here, I have my sketch. That is what our drape skirt is looking like on the sketch, and also have my paper and the measurements we are going to be needing for this, which is just your waist, your hip, your knee circumference, and then your skirt length. Now fold your paper into two because you are going to be cutting this skirt on fold. So you're going to go ahead right now and align your paper. While you align your paper, you ensure you get the length of the skirt you want for this kind of project. So here I just have a margin line, which is a starting line, and then I'm going ahead to put my knee line, my hip line. From your waistline to your hip line, it is 8 inches for shorts, 9 inches for medium, and 10 inches for average. You repeat the same thing and use the same thing from your hip to your knee. And then I'm also going to be marking my skirt length, which is a full length. This is a floor length skirt. This is a full length skirt. Yeah, full length, and then the hem allowance. So that is my hip allowance. That is my knee allowance. And then I'm going to be putting my skirt length and then the folding allowance, which is 2 inches. Mary Adeda is my name, and I help you to give your creativity expressions. On this channel, all we do is to help you give your creativity expressions. So right here, go ahead and label your pattern. I have my hip line, my knee line, my skirt length, and then my folding allowance. Then the margin line is going to be serving for my waistline automatically. So right now, we are going to go ahead and start our measurement in this tutorial, which is on your skirt. So before we do so, let's contour on our waistline. Your waist is not straight, so you have to contour your front waistline by coming down by half an inch. Then you go ahead and put your side measurement. That is your waist divided by 4, and then plus your dart intake. So waist divided by 4 plus your dart intake, the dart you're putting on your skirts. So I'm using a dart of 1 inch plus my measurement divided by 4. And then don't forget, for every of your skirts, you raise all your side by half an inch. So right now, I'm also putting my hip circumference and then my knee circumference. If you don't know how to get your knee circumference you can deduct 5, 6, 7, 8, depending on how tapered you want on your knee from your hip to get your knee circumference. I repeat, deduct 5, 6, 8, 7, depending on how you want your knee to be too tight from your hip circumference, and then you divide by 4 to get your knee circumference. So on my hem line, on my folding allowance, I'm just going to be adding extra of 0.25 inch just for the folding. By the time we fold our fabric in, so that everything be aligned. So right here I have my basic skirt, and then I'm going to be going ahead now to put my darts on this pattern. So your dart is your bust palm divided by 2. So here I'm not putting 2 darts, so just one single dart I'm using here. So and then your dart's length, always it is not always, but mostly 3.5, 4 inches. So here I'm using 3.5. Most times I use 3.5 on our tutorials on this channel for the length of the darts of our skirts and our pants. So right now, let us go ahead and add our seam allowance, because we don't want to be adding allowance again when we want to cut on our fabric. So go ahead right now and then put all your seam allowance. You can use 2 inches, you can use 1 inch, it depends on you, but I'm using 1 inch. I'm going to repeat some of the things I've mentioned earlier by saying your side, when you're doing your skirt, your side is to be raised by half an inch. That is for the front and the back. Then the center front, you come down by half an inch. On the center back, you go up by 0.25 inches. Confirm that in centimeter in your measurement. So now I'm going to be using my tracing wheel for all these lines, so that I'm going to copy the same thing on the other side of the skirt. Tracing wheel help your jaw to be faster by copying your pattern from each other. Now I've successfully done that, and then I open up my pattern. So right now, let us get the center of our skirt. So we need the center of our skirt. We are going to be getting the center of the skirt by ruling it out. Then after getting the center, we want to also cut this skirt from all this paper so we can remove all the other allowance that is there. So now let's cut out our skirt. So right now, go ahead and cut your skirt. Basic features of a straight drape skirt. It's 1. Skirt suit. The base of the skirt is a straight or pencil shape, not flared. Draping effect, extra fabric is gathered, pleated or cascaded to one side or center to create soft folds. These add texture, depth, and elegance to it. So now we are going to go ahead and then we are going to be placing this on the plain paper right now. So plain paper, we want to cut our back. So on our back, we are going to be adding zipper allowance, right? So just zipper allowance. We are not adding tail to this project, no tail, but if you want tail, you can do that. So I'm just going to I left about 4 inches before putting my paper, and then return back the half an inch we removed on the waistline when we contour earlier. So you return back that half an inch, and then to get your waistline that we had before we contour. So after doing that, so you want to now raise by 0.25. You raise your center back by 0.25, but for your front you come down by 0.5. So and then the sides, you raise all the side of your skirt by half an inch. So on that line now, we extend it out to get our to put our zipper allowance. So for zipper allowance, to contour your zipper allowance very well, don't forget how we do it. Most times it is on your waistline you add 1 inch, on your hip line you add 1.5 inch, 1.5 inch on the hip line because you want to put butt sitting allowance, and then on the knee line you just have an inch. Then you can continue with the half an inch to your hem line. If you're not putting any tail on your project. Do you get that? On your waistline 1 inch, on your hip line 1.5, on your knee line half an inch. You continue with the half an inch till you get to the hem line, except if you want to put a tail on your skirt. So you can now say on the hem line I want to have volume to add a tail, then you extend it. But because this project we are not doing that, so if you have watched our tulip skirt with a stylish tail at the back, you're going to learn how to add a tail. So you can watch that, how to do that right now. Just go to our channel and you're going to be seeing how to do the tulip drape skirt, or you just check the playlist series of drape tutorials. They see that. So I'm outlining everything I have here now on this after I've gotten my zipper allowance. Now let's remove our pattern. So while we remove our pattern now, perfect, we have our back. So you want to draw the line so that when we want to cut our fabric now, it will be easier to identify our zipper allowance line so that we won't miss the line, so we'll be able to launch. So label that this is a zipper allowance. If you need a tutorial for this class, just send us SMS and we're just going to be there to guide you in one-on-one section. So right now we are just going to go ahead and then we will be cutting this out of this project. So now that we have our back, after cutting all our back, so we are going to be working on the front because that is where the main work is. This drape skirt, the styling versatility is one of the features. It can be styled casually with a blouse or dressed up as ashebi, bridal, or red carpet outfit when paired with lace, but a very light lace, not too heavy lace. Okay, so now we're just going to go ahead right now, and then remember, so your back is to be cut 2 pieces, right? So you're going to be cutting 2 pieces. So let's master our drape. Where are we going to be putting our lines? How do we get our division? How do we segment it so that we have everything equal, you don't have any less? So from there now, look at that. So I'm going to, before I go to my darts, from the side, one side to my darts, I will divide. So you can also confirm your waist measurement, what you have on your pattern. Then you divide into 4, but make sure that the last one, your last slash, is wider. The last slash is wider because it takes more volume of pleat in. when in the picture you are seeing there. So the last one is wider. So for my last one there, it is wider. I use about 3 inches away from the side seam. So I use about 3 inches. I use about 3 inches away from the dart, from the second dart over there. The last one is wider. So it's only the last one that is wider in segmenting. Every other one, I think it is 2 inches. So it's only the last one I use about 3 inches. Every other one I use about 2 inches to distance them. So I'm just doing the division of what I have between my dart to the other side, between my dart to the center of the skirt, from the center of the skirt again to the other side dart. Then I just do again. I have that. Then from the dart now, that is where I now took a very wide measurement that's very close to the side over there. Now the side I just segment into 3 3. It is not constant. You can have any number you want, but for this one I'm doing here, I segment into 3 3 for the first 3, and I put for the first 3 lines. So for the first 3 lines on my side, I did 3 inches distance. Then the fourth one, it's now more. So I doubled the fourth one. I doubled the spacing of the fourth one. That is 3 times 2. I use 6 inches for the fourth one. About 6 inches close to my knee line, very close to my knee line. So it's about 6, 7, 8. So it depends on you. Then the last one is very long. So just like on the sketch. So my sketching is now guiding me to see where I'm going to be inserting it. So this is very good. So now the next thing we want to go ahead now is for us now to connect the lines. So first of all, we segment on the waistline the distance we want. Then we segment on our side the distance we will also be needing. All this depends on you. There is absolutely no constant figure or constant number for this. Okay, so you can do whatever you want to do with it. Then continue by outline. So connect your cuff. Just use your free hand to connect it. But if you have any cuff that you can make use of, you can do that. But I just flow with my free hand cuff and then use pencil, please. So when you use pencil, it helps you to see if you're so comfortable with the cuff. Then if you know you're comfortable and you want to make use of a marker, then you can do that. Okay, so always make your mistake with your papers and use your pencil. So I use my erase, I use pencil to get my cuff, and then I'm looking at it if I have exactly what I want. So now the second dart, I'm going to be drawing a straight line down to the hem, because the fold it's cascade like into that straight on the other side there, showing the effect of the drape very well, and it's beautiful. So now on the upper part, the measurements I have there is 3 inches. So on the hem line now, it is half of that 3 inches, which I use 1.5. So I told you earlier on that it is only the other side, that is the left side of the pattern, that have a wider segment because of the volume of drape we want to put. It is not constant, just a style. So now from that, so it just form like asymmetric. So just go not to just get a straight line, just to make it curve like that. So now I'm outlining on my curve out, and then the next thing we are going to be doing from there now is to now cut this. Part of the features of this project is the length variations, which can be knee length, it can be midi or floor length. Floor length fashion, it gives a more formal or even wear feel. So which is the one we are doing here, it's like the floor length. So it depends on the length you want. And also asymmetric is part of the features, which creates visual interest and balances the straight cuts. So you can see how all our lines are. So you can have any line you want on your drape, you can connect it to anywhere you want, but just make sure that everything align and you have equal measurements, because it's going to help your folding as well. So right now we are cutting, and then we are not cutting through. Please don't pierce through. So you're just going to be piercing to the tip of your fabric, and not that you cut everything out. Okay, if you got that, bring it again and tape it up. It can pierce into two, then just tape it back. Okay, it can happen. Okay, so don't be afraid of that. Okay, so just be free with your style. So just go ahead and segment all this. Fabric choice is a very important aspect of this project too. It works best with fluid fabrics like crepe, silk, chiffon, satin, and lightweight lace. Please, if you are using a lace, just like you're seeing here, right in the thumbnail, look at the lace we use there. It is a light lace. This allows graceful folds without looking bulky. Beautiful. Is this not looking amazing, guys? Okay, yeah, so we have this. Then I'm placing my paper under it to use it to add volume to this project. So we are going to be using this paper under. So get a paper. I'm going to repeat again. Anytime you are working on projects like this, get enough paper or fabric under. Don't manage fabric or paper under, so that you're not afraid to fold when you want to do that. So right now we want to tape, we want to sellotape. Oh my god, lots and lots of tape. Yeah, we've been using lots and lots of tape recently for every of our drape projects and papers. So but it's so fun. I just love the fold, the bounce, the curve, and I'm sure you also enjoy this, guys. If you want more of drape tutorial, any drape you want us to bring to this channel, just comment in the comment section, guys. Like, comment, let us know how you've been doing this. Let us know, let us feel your vibe, let us see your design as well, and tag us. It is Those Fashions Academy on every of our social medias. Okay, so we also love to see and to hear from you. So I'm using my tape, and then I'm taping this just like you're seeing over here. Waistline is also part of the features, which often have a fitted waistband. It can be high waist or natural waist. The waist is usually simple since the drama is in the drape, so always keep your waist simple. So if it's a gown, just place it under your upper bodice, and if it's a skirt, so just use a simple waistband on this project. Now I'm using my tracing wheel. My tracing wheel, it's always handy for me. It helps me to weaken the leg of this paper. You know it's paper, right? It may be kind of difficult to fold all along, so I'm just wicking all the folded area. I'm going to be folding this on one after the other so that it will be easier. Get a tracing wheel. It's a very useful tool in your pattern drafting tools, right? So this is the fun aspect. This is getting fun. Okay, so this is the fun aspect of this. So we are just going to be trimming off the side. So, and then I trim off the other side as well. Then I trim off the upper parts. Like I do tell you, anytime you want to trim off the upper parts of your pattern drafting, don't trim off exactly everything like that. Put little allowance, like you're seeing over there. I'm just pressing the width of allowance so that you won't be short of fabric, that your length is not more. So now let's make this beautiful folds. Amazing, right? So just go ahead right now, and then we fold. So you just continue your folding the way you start with the other one coming to the other one. So you'll be taking it on each other. You'll be folding it. If you're working with your fabric, all this will just fold naturally on them each other. So you won't need to be struggling with the paper because it's paper here. So I'm trying to bring it close, bring it close, bring it close. This is the fun of the project. Honestly, believe me, this is a beautiful. Try this out in your next gown. Just make a skirt, make a gown. You can even make a Christmas dress with this. Oh my god, that evening cocktail that I'll be looking out for, the birthday party. Just make it look for a very lovely fabric, just like we mentioned earlier, the like fluid fabrics. Make something nice from this, and just put your band, throw a band on this, and then you can add it to your simple upper bodice. And if you want me to guide the one-on-one section, reach out to me. It is thosefashions1@gmail.com, or you can use our contact details on our YouTube channel here. You see the WhatsApp link to get direct message to us and to also mail us, and I'm going to be guiding you step by step on how to achieve this. Oh my god, it's just going to be so amazing. Another feature of this skirt is the hemline. Yes, the hemline, narrow and straight hem to maintain the straight skirt base, please. Some designs allows a slight slit for ease of movement. If you want to put slit, you can also put a slit at your back, or you can, so it depends on the design you want. All right, so the styling versatility too. So the way it's styled. In short, let's say a straight drape skirt. It's a simple skirt, so it's plus stylish drape detail. That is it. Simple skirt, so it's, and then stylish drape detail. So that is just the summary of this. Beautiful. Honestly, this is so beautiful, guys. Our straight drape skirt pattern is complete. Applaud yourself. Come on, bring it on, bring it on, bring it on. Come on, give yourself a round of applause. Just look at the bounce, look at the flow, look at the curve. Now making with your fabric. Honestly, this is so beautiful. Personally, I love this. I love the outcome. It is simple, it is easy, it is not even time consuming. Guys, just go ahead, make this project now. Now is your turn to try it out. Make sure you subscribe because we are just getting started with even more drape styles. Comment, like, and share. Now, if you have been missing any of our previous drape tutorials like tulip cowl, one-sided jacket skirt, now the playlist that is popping up on this screen right now, there is a playlist popping up right now. Click on that playlist right now. Yes, that playlist, click on it right now and you're going to be seeing everything arranged there for you to make use of. Explore haul. Guys, this is so beautiful. Honestly, it is so amazing. Make use of this project. Let us know. Look at how beautiful this is. Very short, very simple and detailed. Not much drama. Just throw it out, style it the way you want and share your results with us. Tag us along in every of your results that you made. Now on this playlist, click on it, go watch them next and make use of everything that is there. All right, guys, see you soon. Bye.